So right now, what I want to talk about is the Women's Champions League final between the Barcelona women's team and the Lyon women's team. And, in this final right now, all I have to say is very, very disappointing ending for Barcelona. Everybody thought that the Barca women's team was going to win this because, as you people know, this past season, the Barcelona women's team, if you've been following them, they've won all the games in their league. They won 100% of their games prior to this final. And now it seems like that Barcelona just won't completely go undefeated as they lost to Lyon. And I mean, let's be honest here, Olympique Lyon, like it or not, they really, I think, performed better than Barcelona did in this game, because if you look at the Lyon women's team, they currently hold the record, I think, for winning the most Champions League titles, the most women's Champions League titles, and right now, they just defeated Barcelona, so you got to give them props for, obviously, I thought the Barca women's team was going to win again like how they did last year, but right now, man, give it up to the Lyon's women's team, heck of a final right now. I think both teams played pretty decently up until, Lyon went on that crazy scoring momentum spree, and they were able to outscore Barcelona in this game because they had a 3-0 lead over Barcelona by the time it was, like, almost the 35th minute. So yeah, when it comes to women's soccer, I do like watching women's soccer too. I remember watching the Women's World Cup final between the USA and the Netherlands. And, when it comes to women's soccer, I think people have to give women's soccer a chance, because obviously when it comes to women's soccer, I think that it's becoming really, really popular right now, especially the Barcelona women's team. Like they've been on a whole nother planet this past year, just being able to win 100% of their games in their own league is just absolutely a crazy accomplishment that I think deserves to make the headlines and deserves to be given the proper credit and respect, just because it takes a lot of talent to be able just to completely go undefeated in your league. But it's just crazy to me how they haven't won the Champions League, because yes, they did win it last year, but it would have been more impressive if they had won it again, to complete their undefeated season, because it almost reminds me of the 2007 New England Patriots, where yes, they went undefeated, but then, they lost the Super Bowl to the New York Giants in the Super Bowl, 42? But I'm talking about American football right now. So yeah, that's a whole nother topic for another video, because right now for this final, I really liked it. And there was also a part in this game where one of the Barca women's players almost scored a beautiful goal, but unfortunately it hit the crossbar here. So obviously, had that gone in, maybe that would have changed the whole momentum of the game. But right now, man, it looks to me that Olympique Lyon just completely had all the momentum going forward. And, hey, you look at Lyon, they are also a really, really good team. The women's Lyon team, they've been single-handedly the most dominant team in the Women's Champions League final. And, I mean, they just have a special talent, and I just think it's safe to say right now that for this final here for Barcelona, this is, of course, going to be a very, very tough loss for them, because the women's team, they've really, I think, have been performing better this past season than the Barca men's team, But, you look at the Barcelona women's team, I have to say that team is something special. I think that, to me, that Barca women's team can just go on to accomplish really, really incredible stuff here. But unfortunately, just today, something just, I don't know what happened, but it just seemed like today that the Barca women's team just absolutely, defensively struggled. And, Lyon, they just I think they just were able to outplay Barcelona when they scored those goals, because obviously, when it comes to games like this, it's all about momentum. And I feel like that since Lyon were able to get that momentum, they were able to, slowly find a rhythm going on. And just they were able to score they were able to score those 3 Gs on Barcelona within like the first half of this game. And that practically, at that point, I knew that that the game was likely over. And yeah, Barca brought one back, but, still, for Lyon, this was without a doubt a crowning moment for them. They are the Champions League winners, so yeah, gotta give them big props and all that stuff. And I would have to say, watching women's soccer, aka women's football, I personally like watching it too. If no other games are on, then yes, I do watch it, and I personally like it. I don't know about you people, but I personally like watching women's soccer too, But anyways, guys, that's the video here. So heck of a final, but Lyon, gotta give him props, but just very, very disappointing ending for the Barca women's team, Just really shocked by the results, but I mean, I guess this is football, so yeah, let me know what you thought about this. If you watched this final, like, comment, subscribe, and peace.